This is all spoiler free so far, by the way.
Yeah.
We'll tell you guys when we're doing spoilers.
I'd probably say I'd give it 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was probably about on par with the first one. Some things are better, some things are worse. I guess worse is a harsh word, but just not as good.
Yeah.
But and then some things are better. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5, which is the same score I gave the first movie. Yeah, same things as Jay. I thought it was really good.
I gave mine 4. My gut instinct is to give it like 4.5, but usually like as I finish movies and stuff as it goes on, my liking of it goes down a little bit. So I'll give it a 4. And I had given the first one 3.5. I do like this one more than the first one.
I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I gave the first one also 4.5 out of 5. Kind of like Jay, I think some things this one does a little better. Some things I think it does a little bit not as good. But yeah, as we get into it, we'll talk about the stuff, like things in it that we really liked. But I thought it was a stellar horror sequel, and I think that horror sequels are hard to do, and I think it did really well.
It had, the first one had great performances. I thought that there were times where there were better performances in this one. Particularly Gwen from this movie,
incredible.
Finn's sister. She was phenomenal in both movies, and yeah,
she's a star. Like I can see her like Timothy Chalamet took off. Like she is,
and a lot of
really great.
The scenes remind me a lot of like Florence Pugh.
So true. Yeah, her voice is kind of like when she's like screaming or something. Like it sounds.
And like when she cries and stuff, it reminds me a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been impressed with her since the first movie, especially like the scene in the first one where the dad is hitting her with the belt.
That's hard to watch. Like
just her emotion in that, I think she does a really good job.
Felt very.
And they were
real.
both so young in that. Like it's crazy.
I just don't know how he goes from this to Training Dragons is my question.
Yeah, there's definitely some.
Mason
it was
Thames,
hard to see anything other than Hiccup for a little bit.
I did think that Mason Thames did step up his game in this one.
Yes.
There's one scene that we'll talk about. In
The
particular,
first,
I was like, wow.
The first one he was good. This one he was definitely a lot better.
First one was kind of his breakout, wasn't it? Because I'd never seen anything.
I think
before
it was his debut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
He does such a good job for it being his debut.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes. Yeah.
One thing I do like about the second one a little bit more is just how much more like horror elements are there. A lot more scarier scenes. So I just watched the first one and there wasn't really a lot there to be scary about.
The first one feels a lot more like kind of like a thriller more than
also,
horror slasher.
Yeah, it's also a lot more like intimate. I would say like it's a much smaller story. Like here, it's very like it's we'll talk about it, but there's stuff happening on multiple layers, and I thought that was super cool.